Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Active Reload, episode 58. We got Gamescom. That happened today. Kind of snuck up on us, I'll be honest with you. I didn't even realize it was happening until like over the weekend. And I was like, oh, we got to talk about this.
I didn't realize it was happening until you told me this morning.
We were going to talk about some controversial stuff. And guess what? The games industry said, well, how about you think about something else? And that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to think about something else. So let's talk Gamescom, and then we might, if we got time, we might go over to the controversial stuff just a little bit, but if we have time. So we'll see. Welcome to episode 58. Let's talk some video games.
Boom.
Gamescom, ever heard of it? I have a question for you, actually, before we start.
Hit me.
You used to live in California, born and raised.
Yep.
In the great city of Sacramento.
Yep, Northern California.
Sacramento
County.
Did you ever go to Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
Was that like a popular destination for groceries?
Not in Elk Grove, or at least not in when I was there. But in San Francisco, yeah. There was two versions of Trader Joe's. One is a good one is a bad one. Now, Trader Joe's, when you're living in an apartment by yourself or maybe your girlfriend, great. But when you start to have a kid, you're like,
this isn't good enough.
It's basically snack shopping.
Right.
They do have this, oh my gosh, they do have really good desserts and candy. Like the little salted caramel balls. Oh.
So the thing that grocery stores do that I love, they make their own items that they put in store sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they name them something different. It's not necessarily like the Walmart, apples. It's like organic market side or something like that.
Yeah.
But Trader Joe's doesn't care about that. They say, hey, we found and picked this tomato. They're called Jomatos. Or they're Jorios. Or if they're selling something that they made up that they're putting in Trader Joe's, they just put the Joe in front of it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to eat this Joe-Eat butter.
When it first opened in my neighborhood when I was living there, I liked it a lot. I used to go there a lot. Then after a year, I couldn't stand anything that came out of Trader Joe's. It was gross. Everything is extremely salty at Trader Joe's.
Even their Jocolate Jilk.
Yeah, their $2 chuck.
Jocolate Jolk.
That's
chocolate
crazy.
Milk.
I gotcha. I thought you were having a stroke.
Trader Joe's Jocolate Jolk.
Yep.
Delicious. Ooh, can I have some Jeef? Can I get a quarter pound of the Jeef, please? The Trader Joe beef. Speaking of Trader Joe's, they were at Gamescom. They had a couple of presentations that they made.
Are you kidding?
No, they didn't. Sorry, I just needed a segue.
Oh, and there was other people there.
We talked about Dairy Queen last week. Sponsorship, Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. I'm sorry about what I said.
I'll talk about your version of Skittles, Jiddles. And, I can't wait to have some delicious grilled Jonions. Jonions. Trader Joe's, wherever you get your foods. I don't even know where they're at. I've never been to a Trader Joe's in my entire life.
There. You're fired.
Thanks. Hey, would you like to go to Joel Jude's? Just kidding. That's Whole Foods. Different one. They just made their own Whole Foods.
I think I like Whole Foods a lot better, even though you have to rob a bank to go shopping.
That's true.
There.
Yeah, it's like there's another one that's in California that's popular in California. The super expensive grocery
Sprouts?
store. No, not Sprouts. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a super expensive one.
Do they sell games there?
Yeah, they do. And guess what? They're going to be selling new games because Gamescom's going on right now in beautiful Cologne, Germany. Some might say the best-smelling place on planet Earth. Get it? Because Cologne. All right.
Oh,
Gamescom 2024. Let's talk about it. It's only day one. It's a whole week of stuff that they're doing. Xbox is there. They're doing stuff for like 3 days. I don't know how many actual announcements they're going to have other than like maybe some indie stuff. It seems like they're just going to kind of put release dates out and show gameplay of certain things.
Yeah.
After this first day, anyways.
Can I say something before we get into it?
Say whatever you want, dude.
Dude, I wasn't having a good day today. Honestly.
Right. Dude,
I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My mom
should flip over.
And sister and nieces are coming to visit tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super excited, and I couldn't think of anything else. And so when I came to work, I was like, let's go to work. I don't know what to talk about. We're going to talk about the controversial stuff.
Yeah, which is already a downer.
Which is a little bit of a downer. And then you told me about Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
You came into my office. You said, Grant, Gamescom.
Gamescom's going on right now.
And I got that old feeling of the E3 feeling. I love Gamescom.
And games.
I love games like I don't know, media.
Right. I agree with that.
But live. I mean, the journalist stuff. I don't think it's a little too much right now. Oh,
it's oversaturated.
Oversaturated with everything, every angle.
Which is really funny because we're
I know
a video games podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely not an oversaturated market.
But we're not journalists. We're not going to find scoops and stuff.
Yeah, we could.
We could. Hey,
why not? Trader Joe's making a video game.
Make a video game
and we'll break it right here on the show.
Yeah.
But
I was really happy, and I get excited not just for new games, but for games culture and the pulse of it.
Agreed. I'm excited too. I like Gamescom. I'd want to go at some point.
Me too.
But it always I'll be honest with you. Those conventions, maybe Gamescom in particular, feels like one of those things that you'd go to, and then after a day, you're like, okay, I get it.
I don't know if
really
I'd be able to do a whole week. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the vibe I get. But I could be wrong.
I could go to Germany and then
of course.
The first day go to Gamescom.
Yeah.
And second day, you want to go to Gamescom? No, thank you.
I'll go to Berlin or something and explore.
Go drink beer and find a castle
Drink
somewhere.
a beer and just walk around because they allow you to do that. Even though, I mean, you can do that here.
Yeah. We live in a place where you can
you can do that here. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with you.
Yeah.
You had some stuff you wrote down. I have a couple of items as well that
how do you
some of these are
this?
matching, some of these are not.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about
them. So I wrote down the things that I liked first, and then the meh or good, decent,
right,
and then the ones that are bad.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna bang out the ones I really like. Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 2. I've been excited for this game for a while, but the trailer was fantastic. My God.
It's coming out this year too. They confirmed.
Yeah, no,
they said that. They reconfirmed coming out this year. Yeah.
I thought they were going to come out in February.
They reconfirmed. They said, yes, we're coming out this year.
Okay.
Don't be twisted.
Okay.
I'm going to double check that really quick.
Yeah, I don't know about
that. They said that.
I think it said February 9th.
But look, I'm looking right now.
Okay.
I'm Googling.
I'll keep going. I thought that trailer was really, really good. The music was really good. The humor hit. There was a couple of humor spots, which I think the game does a really good job at humor and something very serious and realistic. And the graphics look great. I'll talk about that later. The graphics engine, Crytek, and the Crytek engine.
You're right, by the way. Sorry. I mixed up my
9th.
Games. Yeah. February 11th.
11th, sorry.
February 11th, 2025.
And
my bad.
And I just thought the lighting and the textures and everything, it's state of the art.
I wanted to really love this game and be excited for it.
Yeah.
But then I played the first one again.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not for me. This is just not for me.
I'm going to say, is it the pacing or is it the...
It's everything.
The gameplay is really not that great on PS4/Xbox One. You're playing the old version.
Right, but that's the only version they have.
It's true.
So
on console, yeah.
It just feels very, and it's supposed to. It feels very rugged and slow, and that's what it's supposed to feel like.
You get up higher and you start to...
And that just doesn't hit for me, Yeah, it just doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit.
No big deal, bro.
No big deal. You know what? You're going to have your comprehensive review for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 once it comes out.
Oh, yeah. I love...
Super Bowl weekend.
That's when it comes out?
It's pretty close. February 11th is pretty close.
Okay.
If not the next weekend.
Just bring it. No, it would have been great, by the way, for Kingdom Come Deliverance, is to announce today that they have a remaster for Series X and PS5.
Yeah? I was surprised they haven't done... Well, not even a remaster, an up-res.
A port of some sort. A modern port.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. That would make sense.
It would also would have driven more interest, I guess. Another game that you're really excited for, Civilization 7. I thought this trailer was the best trailer of the night.
That was the best trailer?
In terms of expectations and what I saw, the reveal, best reveal, I should say.
That's fair.
Reveal.
I'll give you that.
There's a lot more verticality to this game.
Yeah, true.
Which I don't know.
There's a lot more detail in everything that's going in.
There was a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. Oh, Civilization. I think 6 came out 10 years ago.
No. Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow. I remember buying 6 on my Switch.
Really?
Like when I first got my Switch. Yeah.
And that was
a long time ago.
And that came out after the PC game.
Yeah.
So,
damn. It has been.
It looks really good, and I'm a big fan of those type of games. One of those games where you start at 7 p.m. and you wake up, or you stop at 7 a.m. You just take one more turn, more turn.
That, to me, Civ is a game. Civ, even though there's not really anything that can run it other than the Steam Deck, is the perfect mobile game for me.
Really?
Yeah. Like, not like phone, but I mean, like, if you're going through an airport or something like that, I could sit down and play Civ and do that.
It's a time waster for sure.
But I can't imagine myself sitting at my console and being like, let's play Civ. I'd rather play something a little bit more hands-on, I guess.
It's very much a mouse and keyboard game. But
it's also
people said that about Valorant.
It's also always something. It's always felt like something you could play in the background, though. Too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You can let it go.
So I don't know. If I get a PC at some point, maybe I'll get into Civ while I'm playing Valorant on my Xbox or something.
I just
dual handing it.
Thought it was really good.
It does look cool. Here's what I'll say.
Go ahead.
Civ 7, the trailer. The trailer makes it look like all of the covers of other turn-based strategy games, what they want it to look like, even though they never turn out to look that way.
Yeah.
Civ 7 actually looks like that.
It's true.
So that's cool.
Looks very thick and dense.
THICC.
Yep.
Thick. Maybe 3 C's.
Anything else stand out to you? Because that's pretty much where I stop at. Great.
My standout one wasn't really... It was one that we've already seen.
Yeah.
So it's not like a reveal trailer. It was just a gameplay trailer, and it wasn't very long. It was like a minute and a half, or a minute and 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Mecha Break.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's going to be Mecha Break.
So cool. It looks awesome.
I love how that game has got its grips in you.
Yeah, it's sick. It looks... If the Mecha Break people ever are like, hey, they're going to move on from Mecha Break at some point, I would imagine. Just make a Transformers game.
Oh man,
those are the people. You got your prospect, whoever it is that makes Transformers.
Bandai and Namco.
Bandai. Go to these people, say, hey, make a Transformers game for us, and they will probably nail it, because this looks awesome. I've never been into mecha anything, and this looks sick.
I know. I like that you've never been into a mecha game, and you like that this game's coming out. There are other games that are kind of resemble this. I think this one is more balls to the wall action.
Yeah, it looks absurd.
And I love that the trailer just did you want to see action?
Right. They're like, here it is. Yeah. Here's a minute and a half plus of it.
No one came on the stage to walk and talk about it, which is another thing I don't really like. The Xbox showcase that happened a few months back.
Ubisoft does that stuff too.
When they just showed the games. Yeah. And that was it. They could have done this. Even though I like Jeff Keighley, right?
Yeah.
And I like Shox, who does she is the main commentator. Not commentator, but I guess
color commentator.
She's not live, but the desk. She does the desk for the Counter-Strike tournaments. Mm-hmm. And she's very good.
Something I stand by, basically from here to the end of time, that I will always stand by. The only way esports begins to be taken seriously in a sports scene is if they stop using nicknames. Give them real names.
No.
I don't understand.
No.
Do you think anybody...
No one's going to remember Sabrina Woods.
Right. I don't agree with that.
That's a real person.
People remember like real people all the time when it comes to actual sports.
I was trying to come up with a random name and I came up with someone I know.
Can you imagine if Joe Buck was like, hey, instead of Joe Buck, I'm going to be The Truck, because that's my nickname. Joe the Truck Buck. And I'm just, hey, The Truck here. No. Welcome to Monday Night Football.
You got to stand out, man. You got to stand out.
But nobody else stands out that way.
If her name, she's German, and I have no idea what her real name is.
Right.
But I bet I wouldn't remember it. I'm always going to remember Shox.
You know who I remember? Asian man in the MLB named Shohei Ohtani. Can you imagine if we just named him Godzilla? There is somebody that used to be named Godzilla in the MLB as a nickname, which is a really cool nickname.
Yeah.
But if we called him...
Was he Japanese?
Yeah. Hideki Matsui. He played for the Yankees for a long time.
I know that guy.
Pitcher. Godzilla. No, hitter. He was a DH for a long time. Nice grab, though. Daisuke is another one. Daisuke Matsuzaka. They called him Daisuke. Yeah. But can you imagine if we just... That was the name on the jersey was just Daisuke? Yeah. And that's all we called him by? It doesn't make any sense.
You ever heard of He Hate Me? What's his name?
And you know what that was that was for? The XFL, which has a very long and very prosperous life if you go and look that up.
Yeah, but you don't remember. I remember He Hate Me, but I don't remember his name. He ended up playing the NFL.
But that was like the most infamous version of the XFL.
Okay, well, I disagree.
I hate it.
Although you might
I'm not going to call you Shockzilla. What was her name?
Shox.
I'm not going to call you that. What's your name? We all got one.
What if she changed her name to Shox?
Then I'll call her that.
Maybe that's her nickname.
What if it's her first or like? Give me a first or last name.
Maybe her name's Shoshana Oxenberry.
I'm not going to call
that's her nickname.
I'll call her Shoshana. Shoshana Oxenberry. That's a cool name. What you just said.
I know.
She sounds like she's running for prime minister in England.
I'd vote for
Shoshana Oxenberry.
Can't. I'm not allowed. But yeah.
Well, I'd do it illegally. Shoshana Oxenberry. But you go by Shox.
Shox. She's awesome. Good job.
She might be great. I'm just using her as like the antithesis. As like the point that I'm for a larger point.
I'm sure she does other things, but I've only seen her during Counter-Strike majors and other tournaments.
But they all do it too. It's weird. It's like I don't know who first started that for esports, having nicknames.
Yeah.
But then they all started doing
it. It's Halo.
It's weird.
Major League Gaming, MLG.
Yeah.
I think they started it.
I hate it.
You might be technically correct if you were to implement it.
Right.
And you saw data being like, hey, people relate to this if they call you by the real name.
Yeah.
But it's already, I'm not going to, don't change it.
I mean, I don't know what they can do now. I mean, you're right. It'd probably be very hard to change and make people interested.
And it is serious. It's a serious sport.
I don't disagree.
Those are real athletes.
But here's what I'll say. You can't say, yes, it's very serious, and then have the main leader of the team named Fluffy or whatever.
Real quick, with Counter-Strike pros, they are, I wouldn't call them athletes, right? Would you call them athletes? They're pros. And they're,
yeah.
I mean,
they're pros in their respective sport. Yeah,
they're not all in great shape, but you have to be in decent shape to play all day and be at the highest.
It's a different set of skills.
They are heavy smokers.
That doesn't surprise me either.
And nicotine.
Right.
Not addicts, but fiends.
They're
caffeine,
they're
nicotine.
Zinbirding like crazy. They pop the Zinbird in, they got 2.
And then on their breaks, they go smoke. It's crazy.
I'm not surprised by that.
And they're like, that's why they peak at what, 22, 23?
Yeah. And then they die at 25. No,
real far down after 25. But some stay longer. Anyways.
Don't smoke.
Yeah, smoking's bad.
Don't smoke. Don't do Zins or anything. Just,
Yeah.
Whatever. Write it clean.
Whatever. I'm not the kind of guy that stands outside of Pizza Hut and tells people, like, hey, stop eating that pizza. You're going to die.
I would never do that.
Yeah, but would you tell someone to stop smoking?
No.
Okay.
This is different, though. It's easier. There's like a cutoff. I'm looking at a camera right now. I'm not looking at an actual person.
All right.
Anyway, sorry. We kind of got off track there. Gamescom. What else you got?
Path of Exile, Part 2, which is a free-to-play game. I don't know who develops it, but it's owned by Tencent now.
Of course it is.
And
that is a Path of Exile.
Yeah. But the first one was great. And it's a Diablo
clone
style game. Clone. Diablo 3 basically, or 4 basically, was like, hey, let's try to do a little bit of Path of Exile.
Who develops? Blizzard does Diablo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I couldn't remember.
Now Microsoft.
Yeah. Blizzard was originally, that's an American company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
China copying something from an American? I'm stunned. Wow.
I think they bought them when they were called Grinding Gears Games. I think
That's a cool name.
Yeah, they bought them.
GGG.
As they were probably going down. Probably swooped them up.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Anyways, and then Indiana Jones, I thought looked, even though we've seen everything we can see about this.
I was going to say, there's nothing they could have shown me other than the release date.
At least they talked about Troy Baker, or they focus on Troy Baker.
Yeah, but I mean...
That's the voice actor.
It's Troy Baker, Like, I kind of figured he throws himself into every single role that he does. It's Troy Baker. He only is in every single video game you've ever heard. He's in a game that's later on this list.
Really?
Yes.
Can I guess?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The Dune game?
Nope.
Okay.
He might be. I don't know. But I know for sure he's in the Batman game.
Yeah, and then Mecha Break is the other one
Mecha Break's sick.
Yeah, those are the only trailers I really kind of liked. I thought these other ones were meh, or at least decent.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything to say? Dune. That's one of them.
Dune. I mean, there's a lot of running around in this game.
There's a lot of walking.
Yeah, a lot of walking. It's a walking simulator, which is also funny because...
Walking gets you killed in Dune?
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. You crash your ornithopter, which is like the starting point for your character or whatever, but then you're running across the dunes, not sand walking, and you survive, I guess? So how many people end up doing that? It's kind of given to us that, like, if you walk across the sand, you're probably going to die if you do it normally.
Out of any rule that you learn from these movies and the books,
yeah,
is that if you walk across the sand, you die.
Normally, yeah. If you unless you're Fremen walking or sand walking,
you look like a foreigner that's about to die.
Yeah, especially after you crash your ornithopter, that's a really loud vibration to put into the sand.
So it's an MMO, right?
Yeah, massive.
So there's going to be a lot of people walking on the sand.
And then you're going to have big battles over spice. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's where the PvP comes into play.
Yes.
You're fighting each other for the landers, I think is what they're called, where that picks up the spice out of the ground or whatever, siphons the spice. Just like in the movies, too, and in the books. But in the most recent movie, there's like that entire scene where they're fighting where there's a lander. So that looks cool. I'm excited for that. I've never been a base building person. Don't know how thrilled I am about that.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Not to mention, it's tough because you're putting it on quite literally the most desolate planet in any game.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be able to go underground. You can have a lot of ecosystems down there.
Right. There's probably going to be sieges and stuff that you'll be able to discover and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
And plus the city. Cool. The city of...
Arakeen.
Yeah. There you go. On Arrakis.
Yeah. Depends on who has control of it.
Hold on real quick. Dune has not got a lot of success in video games outside of the 90s.
There was a PS2 game that came out that was
really
not well regarded.
Was it an RTS?
No, it was like a third-person action adventure game, and you play as Paul.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember who developed it. I think it was like
I wonder if it came out during the sci-fi miniseries.
I want to say it was like THQ or something like that, and they're doing great right now. So
after they went down and bought by other
people. Yeah, Dune, not a great history. But the other thing is you're not just gonna tell the Paul story. Because that's already been done twice in the movies, made $1 billion, so they can't do that in the video game.
There's plenty of history and lore.
Well, and that's why this one, it's a prequel to the movies, if I remember correctly, like before Paul and the Atreides.
You have to be representative of the houses, right? Or are you playing some random smuggler?
I know that the Harkonnens are in the game.
Okay,
like they're very apparent throughout, like Arakeen and the different villages you go to.
Those are the red guys.
Yeah, the pale dudes.
Pale guys.
Yeah.
But in the game, were they wearing red, or am I?
Yeah, they're black and red.
Okay.
And they kind of tease like guilds a little bit. So I'm wondering if you are going to be like a smuggler and join a guild of some kind.
It is an MMO.
Yeah.
And it'll probably cost you as much as spice costs.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was curious about that when I saw this trailer. I was like, they're really showing stuff that could lead to a lot of, hey, buy the skin or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
so we'll see. Ones that you didn't mention yet.
Yeah.
Didn't get a trailer, but I thought this was kind of big news. Dying Light. New Dying Light got announced. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I saw there was a CG trailer. It was like an expansion.
Right. They
brought back the original guy.
They did. I was going to get to that. You ruined it.
I know. My bad. I'm excited.
Kyle Crane. He's back. Yeah. Stupid name. Cool guy. Kind of a cool name when you are like jumping and doing stuff. It makes sense. He's back. They made the point to point out that it was a separate installment.
Yeah.
So
like a standalone.
Yeah, it's a standalone game. They also stated 20 hours of gameplay. So it's like a short standalone game, especially compared to like Dying Light 2, which is like 20 hours and you're barely getting out of Act 1.
That happened with Dying Light 1. They released The Following,
Yeah. Which is a very apt title.
Which was very good, too.
Yeah, I like that. I like The Following. But that was also tied into Dying Light, the first one, though. It was closer to DLC, and they were very obvious in saying, hey, this is a standalone adventure. Yeah. So they could be interesting. They don't have a trailer for it. They put some screenshots out, which, whatever you can take from that. Kyle Crane looks cool. He's got a cool scar on his eye now. It's being brought back, or the guy that originally voice acted Kyle Crane, which, by the way, I thought, like, Kyle Crane as a character was actually pretty good for a zombie game, nonetheless. Yeah.
He was I thought his voice acting was really good. Yeah. And his character was really good. He was easily the most interesting part of that game. And
they kind of lost all of that.
Well, the city was the most interesting part.
Yeah.
But The Following kind of made all the story better, in my opinion.
Right. I agree. And then the second one didn't really have the
play
oomph.
That.
Yeah, it wasn't as good, in my opinion.
To be fair, I love Techland.
Yeah.
And I've said to be fair way too many times. To
be fair, do you remember they came out with like I want to say it was like a battle royale mode in Dying Light.
What?
That was bad. It was really bad.
Really?
Yeah, and it lasted maybe a week and a half, maybe
Jeez.
2 weeks, because it was like it launched, and I think they got it like a max concurrent of like 200 players or something like that.
Techland is awesome. I kind of wanted them to get over the zombie thing. No more zombies.
Dude, Dying Light's great though. I think it might be the best like by itself zombie game out right now.
Yeah.
Or franchise out right now.
Yeah.
Because Dead Rising's not doing anything. We haven't seen them in years.
Well, they're remastering the first one. Comes out soon.
Maybe they'll be... That's usually... Hey, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a tip. If you're wanting to figure out if your franchise is coming back, if there's an announcement for a remaster of a previous version of that game, they're literally testing the waters to see if they can make a newer version of the game.
And if you like it, buy it.
Buy the game.
That's why I bought Beyond Good and Evil.
That's why they're doing it. That's the entire point.
Day. I don't think anybody else bought it.
That's okay. Oh, no, nobody else bought it?
I don't know. I
man, we're never getting Beyond Good and Evil 2.
You didn't.
Yeah, I definitely didn't. I never... yeah. I also... We're going to talk about the one that I have on my list here in a second because you and I have conflicting, I think, opinions. Borderlands 4 was announced. It was announced, no trailer. CG trailer.
How bad is Borderlands timing right now?
Yeah.
The movie timing, 10 years too late.
They need this, though.
They announced this game right after the horrible failure of the movie, so I don't think it has... the best legs right now. No. The longest legs.
Not to mention, by the way, we gave what's the game director's name? Or the studio head?
Randy Pitchford.
We were giving him props last week.
Yeah.
I want to rescind props.
Why? He was being sarcastic.
No, he was going after people for not enjoying the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is annoying, Randy. I get it. It's your baby. It's also not good. I think the movie's not good.
I think when a lot of people... I don't know, have their name attached to a project.
Right. That's fair.
People start to bash it online, even though, I mean, I bashed it. I haven't seen it.
So did I.
But I know it's bad.
Too. Yeah. I'm not going to pay to go see that, brother. Not going to happen.
I'm sorry for bashing, like, without seeing it. You know, it's hard to criticize something when I have no experience with it.
That's not true. You can criticize without having experience.
It's hard to hear someone criticize.
That's true.
Without them having experience with it.
But... You're also asking me to spend money on something that I've heard universally negative acclaim towards.
No.
And I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that.
No.
And then sit through it for 2 hours. No shot.
No way.
Anyways, Borderlands 4 coming 2025, which is interesting. They stated that. So next year, they said it's going to be in the fiscal year of Tencent, or of like the back fiscal year. So it's anything from April 2025 to the end of the year.
Okay.
So there you go. That's coming soon. It was kind of a cool trailer, I guess. It didn't really show a whole lot, but
cool font.
And they always got the Borderlands font. And then I had Indiana Jones, which we talked about already, coming to PS5, spring 2025.
What about
that?
Yeah, that is weird. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah. PS5.
Is this a result of that hearing, you think?
Oh. Like the competitive...
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Because I think there was always the expectation when they were being purchased, when Bethesda was being purchased, that they would also be still releasing on PlayStation.
Okay.
There's like limitations to it.
This isn't the not punishment, but the
result, the opposite
agreement
of punishment
of some sort.
Yeah. I don't think
Sony.
So. Because they even Phil Spencer stated, like, when Skyrim is the next Elder Scrolls is coming out, that it's going to be on PS5 or the next PlayStation.
You should mention what we're talking about. There was a giant lawsuit last year. Lasted 2 years ago. Lasted a year. It's finally resolved, and then
it was a UK or an EU lawsuit.
Yeah, EU lawsuit. Sony was suing Microsoft for a monopoly.
Right. Yeah. Competitive balance, whatever.
Yeah, because they just. Sony likes
they own everything now.
Sony likes to, or liked to, like, build up studios,
right?
While Microsoft likes to tear down studios while purchasing ones who've already built themselves up,
or tear down and then purchase at the lowest monetary value possible, and then fire everybody.
Yeah,
shout out Microsoft.
Yeah.
I love the Xbox.
I mean, I like the Xbox.
Sponsor us.
Xbox?
So yeah, I mean, it's coming in spring. I think we're going to see more of this, though, with Xbox, PlayStation. Like, they're going to allow it to come to PlayStation, but it's going to be on a delayed release.
Yeah.
For more stuff.
Whatever, it's fine.
I would bet Elder Scrolls is going to get that treatment. I would bet Doom is probably going to get that treatment.
Yeah.
The next Fallout, whenever that happens, is probably going to get the next treatment or that
one
treatment
of them
as
has got a. Well, I think actually the big thing is that these are coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, true.
On Xbox, that's the thing.
Yeah, I paid $17 for Ultimate just a couple days ago. But you know what I'm going to get to play?
I just bought a whole bunch of cards that were on sale. About
Xbox
6 months of Xbox Ultimate cards that were on sale.
Yeah.
For like $36 for 3 months.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So 3 of them for 3-month cards?
I think I bought 2 3-month ones. Okay. So 6 months.
So 6 months for $36.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
36 times 2.
36 times 2.
It was $36
$72.
for 3 months. Yeah. But it's better than $17 a month, $18 a month.
Yeah. True.
20, it's actually going up to 20, right?
Yeah, they are moving up the price.
Yeah, that's why I bought them. I haven't.
I'm going to do that. That's a good idea.
I haven't got them yet. I bought them for the price rate.
Oh, you got scammed.
No, I didn't.
Just kidding. Okay. So I think that's all that in terms of good that I wanted to talk about. Okay.
Can we talk
about... Or at least minor ones.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about Secret Level.
Yeah, I wrote this down too.
Okay.
Cool stuff going on.
Cool, but confusing.
It's odd.
So I don't know if Amazon is doing this thing called Secret Level. It's a anthology series where they do a different show every episode.
Every episode is going to be a different. Look at it as like the Overwatch shorts from Blizzard. Each one's different.
So
that's all it is.
Some of these games that they're going to showcase are kind of strange. Now,
I would agree.
If you have, did you see Love, Death, and Robots? I think that was a Netflix.
That was on Netflix.
Amazon.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Same creators.
That's a good. I think
there
that's
were
a good.
Two or three of them that were really good.
Yeah.
Some of them were okay, and some of them were downright offensively bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a big back and forth of a swing.
I'm not a huge TV guy.
Yeah,
but they're all animated from different houses doing animation.
That's cool. I like that.
Sony Pictures is actually doing one.
Yeah.
Of whatever Sony product they're going to do.
They have a couple in here that they're.
Do you have the names of the?
I don't have all of them. I just wrote down the ones that looked interesting to me.
Fire them off.
They're going to do Armored Core.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Curious about that. Warhammer, which they basically make movies by themselves whenever they're doing trailers for those games.
Probably make better movies. Sifu
is going to be sick.
Really?
I love seafood.
Cool.
Ghost of Tsushima.
That's a Sony one.
Perfect. God of War. Duh.
Okay.
Perfect. Mega Man. That was one of the weird ones. I was like, what are we going to do here with Mega Man?
I could tell you a weirder one.
Give me a weirder one.
Crossfire.
The shooter that like just came out?
Yeah, the one that was the Chinese one that came out in the early 2000s, free to play, one of the very first free to play games I've ever seen.
Oh, I can't wait for Crossfire show episode. That is weird. Why are they doing that?
There's also one Unreal Tournament is going to get one.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That one's kind of cool.
I would love to see an Unreal Tournament animated short.
But that's what I think that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from them is they're going to be animated shorts, quote unquote, that are probably going to be like 20 minutes long, maybe a little bit more.
Well, when it came to Love, Death, and Robots, some of them were shorter, some were like 10 minutes long, some were 30.
I'm curious to see if these are going to be like canon because it's called Secret Level, which implies that it's outside of the canon that we kind of know.
All I know is that games going to the TV route are not great, but making an anthology show with multiple studios doing these episodes.
I will say, to be fair, I said it again.
Yeah.
I would say Amazon as probably, I'm trying to think in my head here. There's been others that I've really liked.
They've sucked when it comes to gaming.
They've been really good when it comes to adaptations, though.
Okay.
Like really smart and really well done. Invincible was really good.
Oh, okay. Never saw
The Boys is very, very good. There's a couple in there. There are a couple others in there that I'm forgetting. But those are the two that pop off on the top of my head.
Not the Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah, well, it's hit or miss sometimes. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
They can't talk to Tolkien. He's been dead for 40 years. So.
Plenty of books to go off of.
That's true. We don't talk about... that's funny, though, because I've heard some people say they love Rings of Power. I've heard some people say they hate Rings of Power. So I don't know. I'm not into Lord of the Rings enough to watch
I'm not into Lord of the Rings that much, but
yeah.
You're just a nerd. I can't watch that show. It looks... it's so cheesy. It's horrible. It's the most cringy... show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Of all time?
When it's that big of a budget and like that serious overtone, it feels like Lord of the Rings, but it's acted like a Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, they don't go together. It's cringy.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess so. Hey, don't watch it very often. Don't watch it. So.
I've also never seen Always Sunny, although they keep popping up in my shorts on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, so good. This show is actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's one of the greatest shows of all time.
So, like, they do bad things.
Yeah, they're bad people.
Oh,
they're not good people. Okay, that's the point of the show. They're not good people, it's and funny. they like every episode. It's anthological too, so nothing really carries over per episode. And you watch an episode, they come up with an idea for doing something, they do it, and then they end up being the same character at the end of the episode.
There was one show where one of the guys, I can't remember, he's talking to his therapist, and then he's drawing something, and she goes, "What are you writing?" And he goes, "I'm not writing anything. I'm drawing something. Would you like to see it?" And he turns it around, and it's it's something I can't say on YouTube.
It's beautiful, is what it is.
Yeah.
And then he also says, well, first off, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down. It's great. That's one of the great shows on television. Watch It's Always Sunny. It's amazing.
Right. Maybe I should watch it.
You should watch it. Okay.
That'd be really funny if Always Sunny did an anthology of these games where they just acted out like God of War.
There's an entire episode where they make a Lethal Weapon 4.
Really?
Or Lethal Weapon, whatever
it's 5.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon 5. And it's them like acting out really bad scenes.
Who's Murtaugh?
That's a funny part of the episode that you need to watch. Okay. It's hilarious.
All right.
Okay, anyways, let's move on to the games you did not like.
Yeah.
You did not, or meh, or not so good.
Yeah, these are meh, not so good. Delta Force, Hawk Ops.
Yeah.
Not just the name being terrible.
Terrible name.
They showed off the campaign, which I think we've seen a little bit of it, but they went a little deeper this time, which is the Black Hawk Down remake. And it looked awful.
I'm not stunned by that. I'll be honest with you, because it's a Chinese game that wants to make money, and they're not going to make money through campaign.
Well, we can't be ragging on these Chinese games.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, no, we can. But I mean, some of them are really good.
Last I checked, this is America.
Yeah, you're right.
USA. Sorry.
But no, I'm with you.
Right.
But some of them, I think the multiplayer looks good.
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong out right now, and it's getting pretty well reviews. So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be getting that game soon.
So am I. So,
and by the way, can we go to Wukong real quick? That game is not. It is not a Souls-like game. What the heck?
Yeah, that was a weird misinterpretation from somebody that played like a preview of it. I guess
they're like, it's a third-person action game, so it's a Souls-like.
Souls-like, yeah.
The only Souls-like ness it has is bosses.
Yeah.
Unique bosses.
It seems like it's close. It's like 70% God of War, like 30% Souls.
I think it looks more like a Ninja Gaiden or a...
But Ninja Gaiden is kind of Soulsy.
No way.
But, well,
it looks
Soulsy
like
is
Devil
kind
May
of a
Cry.
Ninja Gaiden.
Looks more like Devil May Cry.
Okay, that's probably a good...
Like a linear Devil May Cry.
But no, I wouldn't say that, actually.
Really linear.
Devil May Cry is stupid. Sorry. You like Devil May Cry?
Yeah. You're damn right I like Devil May Cry.
Sorry, it's stupid.
Made by Capcom.
That makes sense. They also made Resident Evil?
They also made Kunitsugami that just came out.
Am I right about that, though? Did they make Resident Evil?
Yes,
okay,
they did.
Thank God.
They didn't make Final Fantasy.
They didn't make Final... That was... Goodyear. That's the tire company, but that's just the logo that popped up in my head.
Yeah, so I think Delta Force Hawk Ops, the campaign, which was what I was most interested in, because I think the Delta Force Black Hawk Down game that is on PS2,
also a bad name,
is really good.
Yeah.
One of the best games on PS2 and Xbox.
How did they get the rights to do that? I don't understand. I guess they bought it, I guess, but...
Money, dude.
Dude.
Got that CCP money.
Sure, which is a lot. Everybody else's money.
Might not be real either.
That's true, too. Okay, so, yeah, the Delta Force Hawk Ops, more like... I can't think of a joke.
Okay.
Batman Arkham Shadow.
VR Batman.
VR Batman.
We're such a good
Batman
way to show off VR, and it looked... This is a definitely meh. This was a meh for me. You have a Quest 3.
Best game of the show.
Oh.
No, not really. I was like, you know what?
You're playing Arkham games right now.
I am playing the Arkham games right now, yeah. I'm curious to see if these are connected. If these are connected to the actual rest of the Arkham games.
Well, sure.
Don't know.
It certainly looks like he has the same blue X-ray vision going on.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, was the worst thing about Asylum.
You're basically walking around with that on the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Why would you turn it off?
It still happens a little bit more, or a little bit in Arkham City. It's not as bad, but yeah, it's part of the problem too. I watched this and I thought there could be some cool aspects of it. Like I think the fighting could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you really like get into it. There are other parts where I'm like, this game is going to make me throw up.
Yeah.
Playing this game. The grapple hook. I'm gonna puke all over the place if I play this game and I'm grapple hooking all over. Great voice cast.
Who was it?
Troy Baker's Harvey Dent. That was the other game I was talking about. He's playing as Harvey Dent. The guy that plays Kyle Crane is Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's him. And then
some good talent on here.
Yeah, they've got some good names. I was impressed with the name lineup for a VR Batman game.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it could be pretty good if it's written well. I mean, the thing is, with a lot of the Batman stuff, we kind of know what happens.
Here's my problem with it. Batman is a detective.
That's true.
So when you do detective work as Batman, you basically can do cheat mode by clicking something and you see this big, giant yellow box that you can move.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
Right.
What's the point of solving a crime?
Right. Some detective, you got a big cheat in your eye.
I get it when you're like platforming and you're running and you need to find something really quickly, but when you're scouring a room for clues and then you just click a button and
it just gives you the answer.
The answer is right there.
LA Noire did it perfectly, by the way.
They did.
The vocal cue or the noise cue, it's perfect. Literally perfect.
Way ahead of its time.
Oh, dude, I just thought about something. LA Noire VR. Dude, give me that. That's what I want.
That's actually not a great...
That'd be not a great idea? Is that what
no,
you said?
not
I'll kill you. Oh. That'd
not a bad money hole to sink into. That's a lot of... what's it called?
Detective work?
No, that's a lot of motion capture.
Oh, true, yeah. Speaking of throwing up.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, I wasn't...
That's it?
Too dissuade, I guess. Okay. I thought it looked kind of cool.
It was a meh for me.
Yeah. The fight, the thing that I saw that I thought looked cool was the fighting. And if you're going to sell really any game on Quest or VR or whatever, if you can make it a fighting game and make it look cool, then I'm kind of hooked.
It also said only on Quest 3. I'm wondering if Quest 2 can run it. It's not like it was graphically impressive.
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're just ditching it.
And then also, do I have anything else here?
I have Peter Molyneux news game.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Peter Molyneux.
What happened to Peter Molyneux?
Looks like he's making Masters of Albion.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the land that Fable takes place in.
Oh, yeah.
He's the creator of Fable.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And Black and White, which is a great PC game.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Bad title.
Yep. Masters of Albion, this looked really bad.
Great, dude. Nice job, Peter.
It looked like a top-down RTS, sort of, but you move things with your hands.
You move things with your hands?
In Black and White, you play as like a god, sort of, and you have to get these people to worship you. And I get a little bit of this in Masters of Albion, even though with a little bit more humor. I don't know, it looked bad.
With the Peter Molyneux... whatever Fable humor.
Yeah.
Chicken chaser. Yep. That sort of stuff.
Pretty much.
Okay. Shut up, Peter Molyneux.
Another one that looked bad?
Yeah. Dark and Darker.
Dark and Darker. An excellent PC game.
Yeah, this has been kind of popping off on Twitch and everything, too.
And it's coming, finally, to mobile.
Dang it, dude. Is this a Chinese company?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Dark and Darker is?
Maybe the port to mobile is done by
a Chinese
NetEase, probably.
They love doing that stuff over there.
But, man, I really want this to come to console. Jeez, man.
I don't... Yeah, I mean...
First of all, it's an extraction game.
Mm-hmm.
Medieval... What is it called?
Oh, man. It'd be sick. Extraction shooter... Or extraction medieval sword fighting game.
It's like a dungeon crawler, medieval first person.
And then you extract through a helicopter rope that's dropped, and then you got your knight armor on.
Yeah. I would buy that.
Dude.
So you come across other players, and then you can fight them, or you can join up, do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Steal their loot, and then extract it. It's really cool. It's very hard and very intense. And now it's coming to mobile where all that's going to go away.
Not going to matter. Yeah. Hey, you want you want to extract? Here's $4.
Like you're gonna be
Put
coming
$4 in
to the dungeon like dressed as a furry.
Yeah,
bright colors and
true. And they paid $35 for that skin.
Yeah, hit you with a candy cane. Yeah.
I love mobile games, dude. They're awesome. Man. You know the best mobile game of all time?
Yeah, I do know.
Candy Crush.
Yeah, it's up there.
And 2048, also very good.
2048.
Yeah.
What is that?
I'll show it to you later. It's a puzzle slider.
Okay.
Pretty
That's
cool.
a Wipeout game.
Yeah, sure. I love Wipeout the show. Okay, before you're
gamer
done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I want to talk about really quickly Xbox 3 days. We talked about that a little bit. They are doing 3 days of showings at Gamescom.
Oh,
so
okay.
Over the next few days, tomorrow, because today is the first day, tomorrow they're going to show Stalker 2, Atomfall, Age of Mythology. We won't be here for that, obviously, but just so you know. Day 2, Star Wars Outlaws, WoW, The War Within, World of Warcraft, and Towerborn. And then day 3, it's going to be, these are all the confirmed ones, Avowed and Era, A-R-A.
Yeah, they showed
History
off
Untold.
Era.
Okay.
They're
showing more of it on day 3 as well. So
that it looked like a Civilization type of game.
Clone.
Yeah. But
that's not the biggest news of the day.
Real quick, before you do biggest news of the day.
Yeah.
I thought the indies were really lackluster today.
Okay.
I was just disappointed.
Trying to think of
in the indie scene, which Gamescom likes to show off.
That is their thing.
And
I'm yawning.
They were all kind of crappy. The only indie game that I really liked was the first Berserker Kazan, which is the only Souls-like game that I saw. Thank God.
Kazan.
But it was like it looked like Conan the Barbarian swinging the sword at people.
Dude, you say it so weird. Every time you say
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan. I just said Conan. Conan the Barbarian.
What is best in life?
All right. The biggest news of the day, not happening at Gamescom.
What's up?
Is not happening at Gamescom. It's incredible. We got the trailer today. It was a teaser. They barely showed anything. It was just a teaser that it's coming back. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh.
Backyard Sports.
What?
Is back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a teaser trailer for it. It's coming. It's being developed by a studio called Playground Productions. I will say, made me a little nervous. They dropped the teaser and then got an interview with Sports Illustrated, which tells me you're not very well connected with the sports scene. Makes me a little nervous.
Well, what sport is it?
It's all of them.
Okay.
They're doing baseball, obviously, because it's the best one.
Yeah, baseball was the only one I liked.
Baseball. I'm assuming they're going to do football, and then what's the other one? Oh, basketball. They did basketball too. I played all of them. I freaking loved them. They were awesome. Baseball, the best one though, for sure.
Yeah, baseball. The best.
So Playground Productions. They also announced at the possibility they're bringing back the games. And this was the part where I got a little nervous, I'll be honest with you, other than the fact that it's a production studio that I've never heard of, that's never made video games in my entire life.
Games? That is almost like Playground?
No, Playground Productions.
Okay.
It's different. Possibly doing TV shows and movies as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Whatever.
I'm back. But they showed the return of Pablo Sanchez. We're going to Kenny Kawaguchi back, Pete Wheeler, Dmitry Petrovich.
Baseball guy.
The twins, Ashley and Sydney Weber, and brother-sister duo Tony and Angelica Delvecchio. I can't never.
I think
never
people want to see your face when you mispronounce all that.
Delvecchio. Tony and Angelica Delvecchio. Just legends in the backyard sports scene. You know Pablo Sanchez.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't?
Panda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
He used to play for the
Giants.
Giants.
Hold on. No, not the Panda. You're talking about Pablo Sandoval.
Yeah.
That's a real player.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Pablo Sanchez.
Yeah.
A legend of the backyard.
Okay, I gotcha.
Smaller dude.
I only played it on my
5x5 contact power.
Game Boy Advance.
You put him anywhere on the field, he's getting you outs and he's hitting dingers. All right, that's Pablo Sanchez. Look him up after the show.
Cool.
Okay. They're back. The backyard sports are back.
I thought you were going to say Mafia because they showed off just a really quick teaser of Mafia: The Old World. Takes place in Italy in 1900.
Okay.
Sicily, actually.
Right. But okay, I could be into that.
That's all
I guess.
Showed.
Are they going to be on horses? Because it's 1900. What are we doing in Sicily here, Mafia? What are we doing?
It's got to be doing something about. Then you go to New York, which is
I'm going to make him an offer.
What is the city called? The New York
Empire Bay.
Oh, it's actually Chicago. Sorry. Not
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Empire Bay is New York.
Okay.
But then, yeah, Chicago's also in it, but I can't remember the name of Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is Mafia 1.
Yeah.
And the Mafia 2 is Empire Bay.
Yes.
And then New Bordeaux is 3, which is New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Anyways. Backyard Sports, ever heard of it? It's back.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Dude, you're going to play it too.
Yeah, on my phone.
That's unacceptable.
All right.
Sanchez would not approve.
We got 10 minutes. Notable games?
Yeah, let's talk about notable games coming out this week.
I want to talk about games that we're playing too.
Yeah, we'll get to all of it.
Notable games releasing this week. Big one.
Star Wars, it's back. They just canceled season 2 of
Acolyte,
and they said, guess what, losers? We're coming out with Star Wars Outlaws, and it might be terrible. We don't know.
I think it looks kind of good right now.
Whoa, you were on the train that it was looking bad.
The biggest issue I had with this game was the there's vodka in it. Was the AI looked terrible, and they still look terrible.
Yeah,
but I think the character looks cool.
Okay,
and I like the idea of it being an open world, open worlds with quotation marks. I don't know what that means, but who knows? I'm a little interested in it. Right. I don't know. I think it might be good. Who knows? Maybe one day Ubisoft will
make a good game.
Make a good game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's fair. And well, actually, no, they are going to, and it's coming out in November. Assassin's Creed. But for now, Star Wars Outlaws might be the only thing we got. You know what? Here's what I'll say. Outlaws, cool character. I hate that they always pick the most Star Wars name possible.
Yeah, they do.
Every single time. It's without fail. It's, what is it?
I don't know. Just make one up.
Aiden Versio. I think that's from actually Battlefront 2. They always pick the most Star Wars names possible. And the moment the moment Star Wars figures a way out to get out of their own shadow, which is just Star Wars, like the original trilogy and whatnot, and the original storyline.
Get out of it.
The moment they figure that out, it'll snap and it'll actually be good.
Get rid of the original trilogy. It's great. The original trilogy is great.
But let it stand by itself.
Stop referencing it.
We don't need it to still be here. It's been 50 years since the movies came out.
If I see Darth Vader again,
I can't do it anymore.
You've ruined Darth Vader.
Truly, honestly. Unless you make a movie. Here's what I'll say. Here's my big unless. Give me a Vader movie, but like in the prime of Vader's time. That's all I want. Just a villain story. Because we don't get those. We get the villain story turning into good guy in Star Wars because we can never have bad guys be the main characters in any Disney product ever, except for like Infinity War, which is why it's one of the best movies they ever made.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Okay. Anyways, Star Wars. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Just stop talking about... George Lucas isn't here anymore, all right?
Yeah.
He's still live. He's with us. But he's not coming around that corner, man.
If I was George Lucas, I would have negotiated with don't touch the original trilogy. These characters are now off limits.
No, he can't. They would never.
I know.
You know how much money he makes off of that? Are you kidding me?
But
my God.
Have some backbone.
That's easy to say.
Dang it.
Have some backbone. Here's $10 million.
Oh, dang it. I could have sold this for $4 billion. Instead, I only sold it for $3.8 billion.
That's $400 million you're talking about.
I know. That's a yacht, baby.
That's easily. So yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. We'll see. It could be good. We could. I mean, I'm ragging on it only because the stories are getting repetitive.
I think she looks cool. She does look cool. She looks like she's from the 80s.
Right.
Cool.
She looks awesome.
Soft spot for obviously.
No kidding. Okay, they might not even be able to see that. By the way, I don't remember
the top.
Maybe Cobra Kai. It says Cobra Kai with that camera.
So from this awesome movie called Sifu.
Yeah, Cobra Kai the movie or the show.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it for the show.
Well, I thought it was from. Wait,
it's the Reseda, California martial arts club.
Yeah, it's from Karate Kid.
I got it, but I got the shirt before the show came out.
No, but the movie Karate Kid.
Yes.
That's what you got it for?
Yes.
Okay.
My brother got it for me.
Right.
Anyways.
Gotcha.
All right.
I don't watch the show.
The next, neither do I.
Yeah. I've never wanted to, I'm sorry, I've never wanted to explore the Karate Kid multiverse, like, ever. So
that was a good idea.
I don't think I'll ever watch the show, but, you know.
I like the fact that they turned the bad guy into the good guy.
That's cool. Yeah, true. That's a good point.
We were just talking about that.
You know what?
Good segue.
Right. You know why? You know why? But only because I haven't seen it done 4,000 times in one particular franchise. Okay. Shout out to Star Wars. Concord, ever heard of it?
Concord. That game's coming out on the 23rd, a few days.
Big dud. Incoming. Watch out. Oh, it's going to be like the nuke from, what's the city called in Fallout 3?
Megaton.
It's going to be like Megaton. It's going to drop, and everybody's going to build around it because nothing's going to go off.
It might be like Lawbreakers is a better...
That's not a good comparison.
I know.
Bad.
I'm going to buy this game.
Oh, good. Hey.
I played the beta. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for first-person shooters. I need I need more stuff. I need more.
Sucker is
competitive
the right word
first-person
there, Chief.
shooters. And I keep banging this stupid thing.
We got one. It's called Valorant. It's on console.
Yeah.
And it's probably going crazy
talk about
right
it in
now.
a second too, Valorant, because I'm going to yell at somebody that we yelled at a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Shout out Val.
And then the new, we have to mention this, but we don't play it, but the new World of Warcraft expansion, which was shown off today, and big news, 20 years. It's been 20 years of WoW.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow,
and
that's crazy.
It's been 20 years of me waiting for Warcraft 4.
I was 6 years old when this game came out.
Wow.
And nice. And it's still around. Just doing expansions over and over again, which is crazy. And then they released old WoW, which was like 20 years ago, and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And now they're doing expansions to the new WoW. Wow, it's really confusing.
Wow.
They do really good. I will say they do really good.
RTSs like World of Warcraft or like Warcraft 3.
No. They do really good. What are they called? Like CG trailers.
They do
amazing, like unbelievable. Probably the inspiration for a lot of people's CG trailers. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention.
I follow his son on YouTube. He's a great guy.
Whose son?
The old creator of those CGI trailers.
The CG trailers.
Yeah.
Something got a trailer today that I also looked at. It wasn't that impressive by any means. It was just like kind of a showing off trailer. Space Marine 2. I cannot wait for that game.
Game's gonna be good.
That game looks so cool,
and it's gonna be great.
Perfect.
With a lot of bugs that you kill.
Literally. Buggy wuggies.
All right, and that's it for games coming out. Notable games of the week.
Mm-hmm.
What we're playing. And before we start what we're playing, we're both playing Valorant. I saw you play last night. I played it last night.
I was struggling. That game really gets on my nerves at times. It's weird.
You got to take a week break.
Yeah, I know.
So here's what I want to say. We think the game's great.
It's
a great PC game that everybody has said can only be played on PC, brought to console.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could have done it a better way. Maybe a little less.
They did do a really good job.
A little less aim assist, maybe. I don't know. The focus mode has more aim assist than the regular mode. I hate that.
Yeah.
But only at long distance when I use it anyways. So.
But the thing is, that makes more sense because they don't have like substantial bloom as other FPS console games.
Yeah.
So they have to have like a little bit of aim assist there.
It's a headshot game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, here's what I want to say. Valve, I defended you 2 weeks ago. Look at Valorant and copy it like they copied you. Bring it to console.
It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Bring it to console. And I'm so sick of everybody saying, oh, it's a game that can't come to console. It's come to console many times. Not so great. Right. But the original Xbox was great. I loved it on 360. And just bring it, dude.
It's never going to happen. Sorry. It's never going to happen.
James, you would love Counter-Strike.
Bring it to console. I'd love to.
And still the focus mode. That's the issue that you're going to have.
It's never going to happen. We know why.
Why?
Because they don't make anything. They let other people do it, then buy it.
Have someone do it then. Like, hire Turtle Rock Studios again.
That's a great idea. They're coming off a high. They're coming off a big high right there for Back for Blood.
Sorry, Turtle Rock.
Which is a good name, too. That's a great name for a zombie game. And a little fun poking at like the Left 4 Dead series.
Yeah.
Because they're back for more. Get it?
Left 4
Dead.
Back
for more.
Oh
yeah, it's perfect. So Counter-Strike's never coming. But Valorant is here.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
And I like it.
I've spent way too much money on that game.
I can't believe how much money you spent on this.
I bought multiple skins last week.
Jeez, man.
Multiple.
I played this game for 4 years. I've never bought a skin.
I'm a sucker for skins,
outside of the Battle Pass skins. But
I'm a sucker for skins.
I bought a skin.
I'm a sucker for skins.
I'm a sucker for World War II, so I bought the M1 Garand skin for the Guardian, which is the
that's a good if I get that, I'll probably buy that too, to be honest with you.
It's the best
That's
skin.
a good skin. I got a couple knife skins. I got the katana, which is sick for the knife. And when you open it, it goes a little. There's a little face in the reflection.
Yeah.
And they go.
I only have a baseball bat, which I don't like. And then I'm going to get another baseball bat when I finish the.
Oh yeah, the battle pass.
Battle pass. Yeah. Another baseball.
By the way, battle pass ends in like 6 days.
I know.
Something like that.
Anyways, and so I'm playing that, and I want to talk about. We're over right now. Shoot, but I want to talk about a game that has reimagined itself on console, at least, and PC, but mostly on console. Hunt Showdown, 1896. Hunt Showdown is an awesome, unique shooter.
Bad name.
Not the greatest name. Made by Crytek. It was made by Crytek when Crytek was really low.
Right. Right after Crysis.
No, it was right after
Rise, Son of Rome.
Yes.
Ugh, tough.
And
even though it's a great game.
Yeah. But no one bought it. And no one really bought Hunt Showdown. Well, it took a lot of streamers to be like, hey guys, this is a very underrated game. And finally, they updated it enough to go it's basically a standalone game now, but it's a big update. New engine or new rendition of their engine, which I think is the state-of-the-art engine in gaming. The Crytek engine.
Most people couldn't run the original Crysis when it was coming out. One of the worst optimized games of all time.
Even when it came to Series X. So I've been playing this a lot. There's a new map, big map. It's an extraction shooter, but Wild West.
Monsters?
New Orleans, monsters, weird, creepy
What
things.
A random...
The way you go about the game mode, the main game mode, is that you have a group of 3 people. You find clues to find the big monster, and once you find the monster, you banish him. And when you banish him, everybody knows where you're at, so they come to you. And then if you defend the banishment, you get all these superpowers where you can see everybody on the map if you click on it.
Yeah.
And then you extract, and it's a lot of fun. Very hectic gunfights.
You know what would...
Sound design is best in the business. Everything makes a sound. Like everything. Dirt, rocks. If you walk by crow, the crow will caw at you. If you run by it, they'll fly and people will see where you're at.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
A great game that came out too soon. Evolve.
Yeah.
Basically, Evolve is what you just described.
Yeah, no,
minus the part where the people are coming after you.
Well, Evolve was asymmetrical, so someone was controlling the monster. You don't.
So it's just an AI controlled monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're creepy.
That'd be cool too, though. I wouldn't.
One is a big spider.
I wouldn't. Oh, I've seen that before.
I hate when I'm playing solo and I'm like, oh, I got this spider. I won't even go near it. I just camp it and wait for people to come in. Yeah.
Shout out spiders.
Yeah, and also there was a spider in my basement. Not in my basement, in the basement of Sheridan Media that I was scared of.
Wolf spider. We get big ones here.
Wolf spiders are awesome.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, because they don't spin webs. They only come out at night.
Yeah.
And
they live in holes.
And that's it. You don't see them during the day. Here, they're the size of tarantulas.
They're big. We get some big ones.
Jeez, man.
They love this hill, too.
They look like face huggers from the Alien world.
Oh. Alien Romulus. That's out, by the way.
I know. So how's it doing?
Good. It made like a ton of money. It made it back its entire budget through the first weekend.
Good, thank God.
Which is awesome.
I like that.
More franchise. Alien, please.
Yeah. So I'm playing that. I'm also playing The Quarry. Me and Melody had a date night.
Played The Quarry.
Which is the guy from the guys who make what's that
Until
game?
Dawn.
Until Dawn, which is by far their best game, and The Quarry is basically Until Dawn, just in a different setting and a lot slower.
Awesome. So that's what all of them are, though, aren't they? Basically, like the Man of Medan is basically just, hey, you want to play Until Dawn, but you're on the ocean in a boat?
Exactly.
Play Man of Medan.
So it was a little underwhelming, but we finally got to the scary parts, and it was like, I'm
spooked. How many people did you kill of your crew?
Nobody yet.
Oh, nice job.
Outside of the intro.
Are they all teenagers?
Like so one person died. Yes, so they're all teenagers.
I hate it so much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Ashley Tisdale is in that game. I don't know why I remember that.
And I'm playing Madden 25.
Yeah.
I like it, dude. I like it, man. He's
been fooled.
It's a good year for football games, man. They're not great.
He's been fooled.
I think college football is a great game. I think college football is better than Madden in most aspects. And then Madden has like a couple things better on the field. The tackling animation and stuff. But the running is way better in college, like the running game.
Yeah.
The presentation is just smashes.
I've heard the commentary in Madden
a couple
times, and it is shockingly bad.
I mean, college football commentary is not great either. I don't like. I turn it all off. But
the thing is, with the college football one, they're hitting me with people that I actually recognize from actual college football games. Yeah. Like, and the thing is, too, they used to do that for Madden. They used to have the guy that you like a lot, and also the CBS crew would come in and do stuff too.
The guy from Fox?
Yeah, that guy, Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson. The best
he did
in the business.
Like Madden 11. I want to say Madden 10, Madden 11.
I don't know if he's still with Fox Sports. I don't know.
I think he is, but he does mainly college football now.
Yeah, love it.
Perfect. But yeah, they used to hit people with they used to have the whole CBS crew do stuff. But now we don't get that anymore. The entire hey, you want to know why it's called John Madden football?
Yeah, I know.
Because John Madden was a coach, obviously, but he was also the commentator in the football games. He was in the games.
And he wasn't great either.
He wasn't great. That's fair. But the point is, it should be able to connect you to like the real life game, and the easiest way to do that is with the commentary group that you hear both on Sunday, and then when you play the video game.
There are times where they will not shut up, and I'm running back an interception, and I'm in the end zone, and they're still talking about the previous play.
You know who does it pretty good, which is funny? MLB The Show does it pretty well.
Yeah, they do. I've said that so many times.
Too.
It is, to be fair.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's what we're going to title this episode.
To be fair.
It is a slower game, and there's more to say about nothing, I guess.
But they also interrupt like each other during the game, which makes it feel real.
I think presentation-wise, MLB The Show is the most realistic.
Yeah. I think 2K does a good job too, but I mean, 2K is just a mess of different things too. But like Kevin Harlan is one of the GOATs, one of the greatest of all time when it comes to commentating. And
I love Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson's good too.
Gus Johnson might be
he's amazing.
One of the only celebrities I would ask for an autograph for.
That's such a weird...
I don't even know if I'd recognize him either.
We need that list next week, by the way.
Okay.
The list of top 5 celebrities I'd actually ask for an autograph
Mike Tyson, but not when he's eating. And Gus Johnson.
Kill you. Yeah.
And my boy, number 52.
Yeah. The guys from... The guys that do the remasters.
No. Oh. Yeah, I'd ask for their autographs. I would just shake hands because they're my friends. Talking about Night Dive Studios.
Night Dive Studios.
Yeah.
I'm playing Valorant. I'm also playing Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. I beat Arkham Asylum last week. I started Arkham City this week. Arkham Asylum a little bit better. It makes me sad because it feels like Arkham Asylum got an actual true port to newer gen consoles with the Return to Arkham series that they did, which was Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight.
In the upgraded
Arkham City,
Unreal
excuse me. Yeah.
engine.
And it feels like Arkham Asylum got the actual port, and Arkham City felt like more of just a do what you can and bring it over.
Yeah.
Because there are things that happen in Arkham City that are really frustrating. The draw distance is really bad in that game at times.
Texture pop-in is bad.
Yeah, texture pop-in. And especially a game with like that, which is like kind of pretty detailed with everything that they're showing you. There's like riddles that you're supposed to solve based on the signs that you're seeing and whatnot. And sometimes the texture doesn't pop into the signs that you're looking at. So you're like, am I looking at the right thing here? I can't tell. Really annoying at times. But other than that, it's a fun game. There are things that, like, just in general with a lot of just Batman villains in general and superhero villains in general that I'm like, what's the end game here? So like in Asylum, for example.
Yeah.
Killer Croc is one of the enemies. He's in an asylum. Seemingly he's locked up, but he's in an asylum, which means he's crazy. Maybe if he becomes a good human being, they let him go. They talk about the Riddler going on parole at some point. Killer Croc, an example. What are they going to do if they release Killer Croc? Like, let's say if they rehabilitate Killer Croc entirely. Is he going to go work at like Subway or something?
Yeah.
He's like at 7'8" and he looks like a crocodile. What's the goal here?
What about Man-Bat?
Why don't we just kill him? I don't understand.
Man-Bat is a giant bat.
Right. Another one. The Riddler. Hey, your parole's coming up in 2 years. Is he going to go make Monopoly games? I don't understand. What if, let's say we rehabilitate him all the way. What's he going to do now?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
I guess the Mad Hatter. It's better being like, this is a torture house.
Right, exactly. The Mad Hatter. Somebody that's obsessed with hats and Alice in Wonderland. He's rehabilitated. Is he going to write children's novels? I don't understand what the end game is here. That happens with a lot of superhero movies and superhero games, I understand. But just the fact that they have the asylum for it and their goal is rehabilitation doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Doesn't happen in Hellboy, the greatest
That's going to wrap things up, ladies and
comic book
gentlemen.
movie of all time, Hellboy.
That's going to wrap it up. We don't talk about Hellboy.
Well, I wanted to mention
Hellboy's
Arkham.
a literal devil.
He is one of the 7 horses of the apocalypse, or 7. Is that what it is?
Horsemen
Horses?
of the apocalypse?
Horsemen, yeah.
I thought it was, no, the 4 horsemen of the, I don't care.
You're right. It's the 4, but he's one of the 7
deadly sins.
Foretold apocalypse bringers. I don't know. I've read the book. I love the books. I love Mike Mignola. I love the movie. Anyways,
by the way, this is how Hellboy is told too. This is how it happens.
Just like that.
They're like, he's the 7, but also the 4 horsemen of. Maybe there's 4.
Mike Mignola's
7.
cool.
There's a guy with there's a fish man that's got a cool thing on his body.
Yeah,
and he's also in shape of water.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
I don't think that's actually him, but yes,
it is.
But it's not tied to Hellboy.
No,
right?
Yeah, and that's it. I also wanted to bring up Arkham, by the way. Arkham. You're going to skip Origin, and that's probably going to be your favorite one.
Oh, I don't know. I might play it. I still want to play Night. Should I play Night and then Origins, right? Is that how the order goes?
No, it goes Origins first.
Okay, I'll play Origins.
You'll be like, just play for a little bit, and you'll be like, this is better than City. Why wasn't this included?
That might be a hot take if I say that.
Yeah.
I think City's like a lot of people's favorites. So
yeah, but the port...
Yeah, not good.
It's not good.
Not very good. Unfortunate. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done.
I'm also playing Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain.
Which is a good game.
It's good. I have never finished this. The only Metal Gear Solid game I never finished, and I'm going to start it.
Did you get to the part where you met literal Devil Dog? What's his name?
Oh.
The dog?
Yeah,
Diamond Dog.
Yeah, but I've played the game before. I've never finished it. I'm restarting it.
Okay, so you know Diamond Dog.
Yeah.
Cutest puppy on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. See you later. Come back next week. We may talk some controversial stuff. We didn't get to it this week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about it next week. We'll see what's happening in the news cycle. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
There's 4 more days of Gamescom, too.
That's true. And there could be some big reveals and stuff that we missed, but we'll see. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Go buy yourself some Jomatoes and Jakin.
Yeah.
See you later.
And play some video games.